The Amato Trap, a matter of past tense, the foundation of the current power scaling chaos, is a single misunderstood statement. Amato told us that code without limiters is stronger than Jigen, but context is everything. If you look closely at the panels following, Amato was referring to the early days of Kara organization. The manga confirms it. Code was only spared from being disposed of back then because of his unwavering devotion and the fact that he accepted the limiters to keep Jigen at the top. Now the misconception is Code is stronger than Imp Jigen, who beat Naruto and Sasuke, when in all actuality Code is stronger than base Jigen from years ago. This ripple effect causes a chain of scaling that leads fans to believe Code is stronger than Naruto and Sasuke, and since Boruto beat Code, he scales leagues above his father and Sasuke, and so does Kawaki. So in return, the new ninja or new Senju are unstoppable deities since they've been shown to effortlessly handle Code. But when you consider that the chapter that discussed Code's power was a flashback of the beginning of the Kara organization, giving us backstory on the main cast like Kawaki, Ada, and Damon, and keep in mind the timeline that later towards the end of the Kara organization is when Jigen amped himself further, knowing he was going to see Kawaki and Naruto would be there, so it was referring to base Jigen. It drastically changes the power scaling. It goes from an inexperienced Teen Kawaki being compared to a Ten-Tails to Kawaki surpassing base Jigen, the man that tormented him as a child. It goes from people comparing Boruto to somebody surpassing a Ten-Tails instead of a ninja that equals up to his father, which leads to the Mumushi paradox, intellect versus raw output. This brings us to the most heated debate in the community, Team 10 versus Mumushi, because fans have overinflated Code and Jigen's tiers. They see Mumushi as an invincible god when in actuality he was split from a ghetto statue like Ten-Tails, whose original form was so small it looked like a Biju that resembled a Ten-Tails. When Shikadai, Chocho, and the Indigent actually managed to damage him, people call it bad writing. In reality, they are following the manga's rules perfectly. The rule: Mamushi's clone retain all of their raw power, but their intellect is their fatal flaw. Team 10 isn't stronger than Mamushi in a vacuum. They are tactically unit with years of synergy exploiting a powerful monster that literally doesn't have the brain to use its powers efficiently. The destiny of the new era, the community is backtracking and arguing over tiers because they are fighting against their own false beliefs. They are trying to fit the new generation into a power scale that doesn't exist. Boruto and Kawaki aren't surpassing the god tier Jigen, they are surpassing the man who haunted their past. The story isn't about power creep, it's about a world where the monsters are smaller and more calculated, but the stakes are more personal. Team 10 isn't too weak to fight, the gods are just more human and more vulnerable than we thought.